Now, ladies and gentlemen, the show you never knew you were waiting for. Brought to you live at one time from a basement located somewhere in the Midwest. Digital Barnyard presents The Digression.
So, I'm finally got the spare on, right? I've been working on that thing all day. Nobody would fucking help, right? So, I mean, I'm fucking pissed off at this point, right? And so I come back. Everybody, I think there's one beer left. Fucking Blatz. You ever had Blatz beer?
Nope.
Nasty shit.
I've not had Blatz beer before.
First beer I ever had when I got to Minnesota. But anyway, I'm looking around for my kid, Billy, right? And, you know, I got a nice fire going. Everyone's starting to kick back. A big old bonfire, you know. And then this big campfire, but then I see this, I hear this thing, and I turn around because it sounded like a mouse, but I turn around as I'm facing the fire. There's Billy's shoe is hanging out from the bonfire. My kid is in the bonfire.
Yeah.
I said, you don't put a small child in a bonfire. It's against the law.
Okay.
You can't do that in this park.
Gotcha.
No, they have rules in the park. It's right there. You can't burn children.
So your words were child, campfire, and mouse.
Mouse.
Well done. Was the audio going left and right in your ear? No? Okay.
I don't think so.
We're going to go with it. It's doing that in mine. So this thing can suck a dick, man.
Huh.
We've been having audio gremlins. We moved a new table in here this weekend.
And to the studios, and we're still working out some bugs, but it's nothing that
suck a dick
will keep us from loving you.
Yeah, that's true.
You'll
not
never
really.
find
no, I don't love any of you.
A digital love like mine.
Yeah.
Because I'm in you.
Ooh. What?
I'm in your ears.
Oh.
Hey, where'd I go? There I am.
What?
I got off mic too much, and then I was lonely.
This is a good start.
This happens. Hey, what should we talk about tonight?
Well,
does anything come to mind? Does anything?
Yeah, the fact that if anybody in our government criticizes Russia and their practices, they immediately get fired.
That is kind of crazy.
That's good to know.
That is, well, I think if you're just in the cabinet,
yeah.
if you work there, you get fired. You're fired for being in the cabinet because they've had I forget how many people come and go since Mr. Wiggly got into office.
That's his name for you, is Mr. Wiggly?
Mr. Wiggly.
Mr. Wiggly. I like it.
He always looks high. You notice that? I mean, he always just looks fucking wasted.
He looks like he's got plenty of sun. You know, he's got the
except for his
complexion.
Eyes, where those gray areas around his eyes.
You know, he wears glasses like all the time when he's golfing. So there you go.
He wears glasses all the time when he's in the fucking tanning bed, too.
Probably. He tans a lot, you think?
I'm sure he does. He looks like a professional tanner. Not like a leather guy.
Oh, he doesn't work with tannin. What
are tannins, by the way? And why?
I thought that was part of leather working. Tannins, I thought, was like right after you get all the fur off of it. Or is tannin the thing you hang it on the rack or whatever and you're like curing it?
I don't know. I just know wine.
The
they always
put
say
on it, I think, or something.
They always shake the wine and they look at the tannins.
Oh, those tannins. Yeah,
I don't know. Are they like? Remember in the 90s, that pop that they had? It was in a glass bottle and it had all the floating little gelatin balls.
I do not remember that.
You don't remember that? It was like it had literally it had a bunch of little candy, like it was almost like jujubes or something like that, you know? Or
I don't know jujubes either.
They're like Juji fruits.
I don't know Juji fruits either.
Just think of a really soft fucking jelly bean.
Okay, soft. I know soft jelly beans.
Without, I bet you do.
Yeah.
Without.
Fuck you.
That's his handle, his nickname on the Bear Cave channel.
Soft jelly bean.
Soft jelly.
22, because there were 29 or 21 other soft jelly beans.
Soft gummy bear.
Soft peanut.
Soft
peanut.
Is that like boiled peanuts like they do in the South?
I've never had boiled peanuts. I don't know why.
Remember
that to a
Dan
peanut?
Brought those? Remember, or Chad? It was either Chad or Dan.
Somebody was eating boiled peanuts, and I'm like, I'm not going to eat
they had the
that
bag.
shit.
We held the bag, and it was all squishy.
Yeah, why do that to a peanut? It's supposed to be crunchy.
I don't know, but just to open a bag of swishy peanuts and just start.
That's so fucking
See, it's
weird.
really important to pronounce your T with that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to say, penis instead of peanuts.
It was called Orbits.
Orbits.
Yeah,
Yes, that was the name of
Orbits.
the pop. Is that Ben? Or is that Nate?
That is Nate. Mr.
Yep.
Nate Throne.
Orbits.
He knows all about the Orbits.
I did too. I liked them. They were really fun. What's wrong?
I'm going to take those fucking things off because it's dancing in my ears. I think these have a connection issue too. So.
My God in heaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is how it's been going.
Yeah, it hasn't been a shitty day.
We were going to start the fucking thing up at 6:30. It is 8:15 pretty much right now.
Yeah, so we're sorry. It might be past some of your bedtimes. Especially you, Isaac, because if you're watching, Isaac, you should not be watching. You are not old enough.
Yeah.
Your balls haven't dropped and there's not enough hair on them.
If you are listening right now, do we sound like we're coming out of one ear or the other a little bit more, or does it sound good?
It sounds even to me.
Okay, yeah,
I
because
think
we're monitoring it. I think it's something with that.
Do you have headphones?
Yes, I do. I could bring them.
You have a
Give them
case
shot.
big enough now.
I do. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's who I am.
Awesome.
It's why I'm here. It's what I do. It's where the bacon's at.
It's all I do, and I do it well. Call me today, Jack Prescott.
Riley Reid, who is a porn star, I've read about.
Right. Yeah. Nobody reads porn anymore, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, sure you do.
No, you don't. Read it.
You just got to turn on the transcripts at the bottom.
I didn't even know they have closed captioning.
I don't think. I know YouTube does. Wouldn't it be cool if they did though? Just so you could get some translation of that. Oh, yes, in my ass. Ow, ow, ow.
I like it.
But I want it delivered with a robotic voice.
Oh God.
Ow, ow. Oh,
I was about to say like a Stephen Hawking voice, but probably.
Come on my face, baby. No. Anyway, I forgot where I was going with all that.
I don't know. Well, Stephen Hawking died. That's something we can talk about.
Hawking.
There we go. That's what we call a graceful transition.
Yes, that is a graceful transition. Oh, come on. I had a point. I had a good point there. I just went too far down the rabbit hole.
Okay, go. Yeah, get it.
No, I don't remember what the point is.
Oh.
How did I open that?
I can't help you with points you're going to make. I can help you get back to what we were previously talking about. I can't help you.
What were we previously talking about?
Porn. Subtitles and porn.
So before that?
Well, I don't know. Everything's erased. Too soon. We got a too soon out of Amanda. Well, it's not making fun of the guy. It's basically just...
Oh, Stevie?
Stevie?
Yeah, Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
We were tight.
What?
I could call him Stevie.
What? How come you can call him... Because he's dead now you call him Stevie?
No,
or you
even back when we hung out. He'd get mad when I'd say, "Hi, Stevie." He didn't like that.
See, that's too soon. So you're making fun of a dead guy.
Oh,
now.
no, I'm making fun of a
way
brilliant man.
Yeah, you can't... It doesn't matter. You can't just like make it all better now.
I'm making fun of him.
How do you plan on making
respect.
amends with the dead?
Oh, we go way back. The dead and I, yeah. We play cards.
Oh, really?
Tuesday nights. It's great.
With dogs?
No, dogs.
No
dogs don't go to heaven.
You kind of went on like this robotic thing. No dogs.
No dogs.
Like, what happened to JP, man?
No
he's
dogs.
Gone.
Dogs.
Yeah.
Dogs. Too soon. Okay, I will not make any Stephen Hawking jokes.
God damn it.
What?
I'm just gonna put that in there. That's all. Whoops.
You're just gonna. He just put that in there. I was sitting here, and then he had put it in there.
I put it in there.
Swing, motherfucker, swing. So, what are you doing?
Nothing. Just keep talking. This is fun.
This is fun. He's enjoying our gremlins that we're having tonight.
Yeah. I've gone nuts. I'm done with this shit.
He's lost his shit. No, Rex Tillerson got fired over Twitter this weekend.
Was it over Twitter?
It was over Twitter, yeah.
Really? I didn't know that.
I think he pretty much found out over the Twitter, just over the Twitter. Just like Comey did. Comey found out on the Twitter too, right?
That's how they found out they got fired?
Those guys,
Twitter?
Yeah. Yep.
I never knew that.
Yeah. That's class, man. That's classy. That's how you do it nowadays. It's like breaking up with their voicemail. That's blasé. That's passe.
That's the best way to do it.
Passe. Passe? It's passe.
It's probably passe.
Passe, yeah.
I think it's passe. That sounds better.
Passe. But Clark would say it passe, just to be different.
Who's Clark?
You know Clark.
I don't know Clark.
Don't tease me, Aaron. You know who Clark is. You little... Okay, see, I almost went down another rabbit hole.
So that's what we do. We mute his mic, and then he's gone now. See, I have the power of the information.
Mr. Eddie's father, I will nut tap you.
There we go.
Now
he's back. He's been good for like a second. T-1 second.
One in a row, as you would say.
One in a row. That's right. That's right.
But I like how they're brazenly coming out and just saying, "Oh yeah, I've got other people I'm going to fire too." You know, and then all the news outlets are like, "You think it's going to be Billy and Bobby?" You know, it's like it's like you can call it fake news all you want. It's still a shit show, and they're going for the ratings, and they're going to do, for the most part, whatever it takes to get the ratings they need. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I always wonder, you know, with Trump, if would Fox News, if they got a story big enough, would they step across the aisle? If it would garner, I mean, if it was a big enough and sensational enough story.
That's a good question. Would a lefty newspaper or whatever, would they, to make a ton of money? I think they would, because I think that's how a lot of this stuff gets started. I think when it comes to making the most money on earth, nobody's your friend.
You know, in a scenario like that, you would definitely find out who has conviction at the channel. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. If suddenly they just turn and they say, like, okay, now boom, this happened, and fuck this, fuck that. Like, you know, you got your people like your Tomi Lahren, you know, she's very vocal, very vehement, you know, in her delivery. She's borderline caustic. So, do you think she would instantly change, or do you think she'd be, because if your news channel that you work at changed sides like that all of a sudden, and you were very passionate about the side you were on, you'd leave, wouldn't you think?
Do you think she's driven by the money she could make in it?
That would be, well, that would be what I'm getting at, is that would be the telltale thing.
Sure.
If suddenly she just like, you know, Trump, if you think you can blah, 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 how dare you, Mr. President? You know, that attitude.
Oh, God. She needs to just stop.
No, but do you think she'd stay with Fox, or do you think she'd... That's what I'd like. It'd be fun to see the conviction from people at that point.
Well, I think she's a special case because she got a taste. She got a taste of what it was like when I think she was talking abortion or something, and then they booted her off the network for not being right enough or something. I don't know.
Well, I don't know, man. People get way too butthurt over little things like that, but that is what makes the money, because when people get butthurt, that generates clicks. That generates views, you know, and
which generates what?
Money.
The moolah. Yeah.
Generates copy, generates clicks, whatever it takes.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if it's important as long as it's sensational.
Exactly.
You got to. Your story has to be that kind of thing that hits the same vein that a car accident does when you're driving down the road, and you have to look.
Yep.
You have to. The
Gawker effect.
Oh, man, check this fucking bones sticking out and shit, man.
I mean, literally, one of the news outlets was called Gawker. Now, they're no longer around.
Oh, Hulk Hogan took their ass down. Fucked them in the booty hole.
Hulk Hogan did the fucking boot, went off the one rope, and came in with the big leg drop.
Who was that, though?
He took his vitamins. He prayed.
But who was the big money behind that?
Yeah, there was some other force behind Hogan to help Gawker.
Yeah, because they basically bought Gawker and gutted it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, Gawker's not around anymore.
Nope.
Yeah, that's gone.
And Gawker was a thing. There was...
Yeah.
Were they public?
I don't know if they're publicly traded, but they were like a TMZ style thing, right?
Yeah, only more internet-based.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
TMZ seems to do a pretty good job.
Nobody takes on the Hulkster, brother. Nobody.
Yeah, because he does that.
He gets pumped up, and you hit him, he's like this, and yeah, that's how it works.
Dude, what's the first? Him as a kid. What was the first WrestleMania you remember?
WrestleMania? See, I don't really ever remember WrestleManias. I remember eras of wrestling when I was younger.
With us, it was WrestleMania, and I remember we watched WrestleMania 1 on pay-per-view.
WrestleMania. So who?
That was Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant. You know, the originals.
Yep.
You know?
I remember.
3. Jerry Lawler was more the Jerry Lawler's.
3 or
no
6. Jerry the King Lawler. Yeah. I think it was 3 or 6 when it was Hogan versus the Giant. There were a few of them. The one where he picked him up and slammed him. Yeah, because I remember Andre the Giant was such in horrible condition, his legs and stuff. He was just in his back, that he didn't walk down to the ring. He came in like a miniature ring with Bobby the Brain Heenan, as is. Do you remember Bobby the Brain?
Yes,
Heenan?
I do.
Great. Apparently, he had a wrestling career, but he was so fucking great.
Yeah, he was good at what he did.
In front of the camera and the mic. People hated him.
Yep.
And so he was the, what do you call it, the manager. And they came down, they wheeled him out in like a little ring. And the Giant would get in the ring and go over the top rope, if you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those were the days.
That was fun because you knew what it was.
Yeah.
You know, and the people who went to that stuff and the people who watched it, you knew what it was. You knew it was fake. You enjoyed it, you know. But then nowadays you get some of the people who are like, no, man, you know, some of that shit's real, man. Some of that, yeah, I'm sure sometimes it does get real. Someone might get pissed off or you might miss your cue.
Yep.
And next thing you know, you fuck up.
Do you remember a lot of Rowdy
Piper? Yeah,
Rowdy
he was with
yeah.
the first. That's when we watched it.
He was one of the best guys in front of the mic. He just had that craziness to him.
Ric Flair. Oh yeah, he had the craziness.
Ric Flair is the greatest of all time in front of the mic. The greatest of all time. Nobody comes close to that guy.
Just the way he would do his thing.
The best promos on earth. He would go in there, fucking half cocked on whatever he was on, and nail a promo.
Like
nobody did that. Mean Gene Okerlund.
Yeah. Oh, and Randy.
Randy Savage, Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. Macho Man Randy Savage had his deal. It was pretty good.
And then he had his girl, remember?
Oh, the Sensational Sherry.
Yes.
Of course. How could anybody forget the Sensational Sherry?
Did she die?
I believe so. Yeah. I don't think they were together.
No. I don't think they were a thing.
Yeah, he was very controlling, apparently, behind the scenes.
Well, were they really a thing? I thought that was just an act.
No, they were really a thing.
Yeah. Oh, well, good for him at least once or twice.
Yeah, he was.
For the obvious reasons, I'm a pig. It's who I am. It's what I do. That's okay. Right.
I'm trying to think. Well, if you want a good time, go on YouTube and watch the top 5 promos of Ric Flair, because his are just the greatest of all time. The fucking guy was nuts. Did you watch the he had a documentary that came out. It was called The Nature Boy.
I did not see. The only one I ever watched was about Gravedigger. Who was the dude with the 2x4? No, Junkyard Dog.
The Junkyard. Oh yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
He's a big black guy. Kind of had a Mr. T thing going on.
Oh no, not Mr.
The Junkyard Dog.
No, who was the guy who had the big?
Hacksaw Jim Duggan had the 2x4.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Yeah. And he's dead, right?
I think a lot of those guys are dead. They were taking plenty of vitamins back then.
Yeah, it's crazy how many of them. Hulk's still alive.
He is.
But he was always kind of a healthy guy, wasn't he?
He was open about that, by the way. Yeah, I watched an interview with him. This was not that long ago, where he was basically, they asked him, you know, steroid use. He's wide open. Yeah, I took steroids, but I was lucky. My genetics were, I was a big enough guy where I didn't really have to hit him hard like the other guys. I went in a little bit, and that's all I really needed to get big.
So he just used it as a shoehorn.
Yeah, exactly, because he had just great genetics. He already had big fucking arms. Right. He was a big guy. A lot of those other guys had to absolutely crank on the steroids to get big. So
who was that? God, was that a football player who went to, or was it a wrestler? But he went to his wife's work. I think she worked at a stadium somewhere. She was a receptionist or did marketing, did some shit for some football team. Killed her and then himself.
Oh, no, that was Chris Benoit. Chris Benoit, he did it at his home, though. So Chris Benoit was a wrestler. He wrestled for a long time.
Yeah.
And he
now, there's a thing recently where he went into her work and killed. I remember that.
The Chris Benoit case was at his house. The one I remember was at his house. He sent 2 texts out to a few of the wrestlers that were his friends that said, dogs are out back in the backyard, goodbye. And he strangled his kid, shot his wife, I think, and then killed himself.
Wow.
Yep.
That's
that's a tough pill to swallow.
That's we brought that one down, didn't we?
Yep. You can't really talk nice about him anymore, you know?
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah, he got wrapped up in some crazy shit.
New music?
New music. Well, that's a graceful transition there.
Yeah, just...
You wanted to get away from the murder-suicide?
Murder, death, baby thing, yeah.
Okay, murder, death, baby
Hey, band name.
That's probably out there.
Murder, death, baby?
Probably, yeah.
MDB.
Well, we just got the new David Byrne.
I haven't listened to it.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Have you listened to it?
I've listened to 3-4 songs on it, yeah. It's different. You could tell he likes to mix in like the electronic sounds. He's kind of been a fan of that for a while, I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, he kind of gets that influence. Well, I could be wrong, but I think he gets that influence from Brian Eno, because Brian Eno is more electronic than he is.
Brian Eno?
Eno, yeah. Him and Byrne have collaborated for years. He's a big music producer, dude. He does really cool stuff.
Gotcha.
Yeah, monkeys love him.
Isaac wanted to interject here. He just said Fortnite, so he's awake playing Fortnite right now. Everybody's playing that fucking game. That fucking Fortnite
Isaac is up
nuts.
playing. Isaac, you should not be watching this show. This is a bad show. You're going to make me into a bad Uncle JP.
Isaac, just kill people on Fortnite. Murder them all. And then make sure to teabag them when you kill them.
You should change your screen name to Murder Death Baby. That's an awesome screen name, Isaac. Uncle John said that.
Isaac, do you have an offensive name in the game? Because we'd like to know. If you don't,
Isaac does not.
Unky John can come up with a good offensive name for you.
I just did. Murder Death Baby.
That's not offensive. Trust me.
Well, I know he's...
How old is Isaac?
Isaac, what are you? Are you 11, sir? Something like that.
Isaac, you should not be watching this show. Go play Fortnite. I know, but now I realize the weight of the... Yeah. Especially with John. Not with John.
I have not said anything about things
Great.
that I would normally say things about.
We should talk about psychedelics.
Psychedelics, man, I'm telling you.
No.
They said don't lick the toad, and all I heard was don't lick the toad. Toad.
So on music, it's not new, but it's new to me. Getting into it's fucking really odd. But have you heard of Sia? S-I-A?
Yeah.
She's from Australia.
I've got a remix of her with David Guetta. Yeah, she's the one who
we'll get it. SNL?
No, what's the word when you somebody shoots at you but it just bounces off? You're not indestructible.
Grazed? Titanium, that song?
Thank you. That's her.
Gotcha. Yep, that's Sia. Yep.
Yes, her and David Guetta featuring Sia.
Oh, well, there you go.
Sorry, long time to get there.
Oh.
But hey,
that's
there's no paths where I live.
She's fucking talented. I heard the song Chandelier, which is 3-4 years old. Man, you want to hear some fucking pipes on her, and it's not because she can hit all these crazy notes. It's because she can have rasp in her voice while she's singing it.
The old Bonnie Tyler shit.
It's insane. Like, she can hit the clean highs. Like, just listen to Chandelier. It's weird. Like, she does like the mumble talk, and it gets into like a little bit of Jamaican kind of music, and then all of a sudden she busts into this chorus. It's
like Rihanna style mumble talk.
Fucking shit. No, not that intense. Okay. But at the beginning, you're kind of like, oh god,
because she's from the Dominican Republic.
Rihanna
right?
is, I think. Yeah, somewhere over there. And yeah, I don't know. She's really fucking talented, and cool. She's kind of like nuts, a real artist type of person. Nuts. Yep, where she doesn't show her face anymore, and when she's on stage, she wears like these long bangs that cover her face.
Wow.
Yep.
Insecure much?
Well, she showed her face plenty. As she started to get popular, I think she wanted to have a life outside of fame.
That's cool.
And she was very honest about it.
And plus, just reinvent yourself, right?
Yeah. That's what she kind of said. She's like, well, I don't want my face to be shown, and what's not being done much anymore? Mystery. Let's add some mystery.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's very, very good. And her videos and all of her stage shows and stuff they're pretty different. She'll have like
entertaining
ballet dancers.
Okay, so more of an art form.
Yep, exactly. I think she's big into that kind of stuff.
I like that. I like when they really... Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like a good band. I like a good rock concert. But I also can appreciate a good bout of entertainment. Where you have, they're just up there doing stuff. It's like, look at Bo Burnham as opposed to...
That's a good example. Bo Burnham is different. Yeah. Different kind of comedy.
You're not a musician as much as you are a performance artist. It's like Diane Tward. I don't consider them a band as much as I do a performance artist, because I think when you look at their videos are so... They say so much. There's so much... in that, I think you cross a threshold. You kind of get over a threshold, just to say that again.
Yeah. And their art is just so them. Like, nobody looks, presents, or any of that shit like they do. I can't really stand their music. It's her voice.
No, you know what?
Yeah, it's her voice.
I don't like their music alone, but like I Find You Freaky, You know, like that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
I Think You Freaky.
I Think You Freaky.
Yeah.
That video. It's like, holy fuck, this is some cool shit.
Yep.
You know, just because the imagery is just so intense. You know, and it's so jagged. I think that's what I like about all of their videos. It's like a dance with broken glass.
Yeah.
You know, and it's almost dancing barefoot on broken glass. That's how I would explain just the feel you get from the vibe from them, because it's just so, you just get that idea that if you hung with them, they'd eat you.
Yeah, exactly. Like they legitimately, I get some like weird, scary vibes from Diane, where like she wants to fucking murder you and cut you into bits and eat you, and then he's like this gangster rapper type of guy.
Yeah, you know what though? One thing I like about his gangster rap, yeah, her voice is
Oh my god!
But his rap, when he gets rapping, especially I Think You Freaky, during that one, just his kind of rap, it's got a different staccato rhythm to it. And
his South African accent too.
Yeah,
has some that adds some.
The
weirdness
pacing
to
is
it,
different. Yeah, and it's fucking awesome. I like him alone.
Sure. Yeah.
But no, I like their videos. Like the one. Oh shit! What was the song where it was a colorful one, and they were down in South Africa, but they were they made it look like Paris Hilton came down there to vacation.
No, I don't think I've seen that.
And then she ends up getting fed to a lion.
Oh, well, that's good. I like them. We got Amanda saw an interview with Sia a while back. She said she writes a song in about 15 minutes. Imagine if Taylor Swift, spent that much time. I don't think Taylor Swift writes her own music anymore. I think she used to, but
I think if you consider Taylor Swift a singer, I think you're mistaken. Taylor Swift is a product. She is nothing short of a product.
She can sing though, right?
She can sing. But it's a package. You know, she's got
everything
behind her, and I'm not knocking her at all because hey, fucking hail to the chief. I mean, she's found a niche, and she's doing a great fucking job with it. And you know what? Some of her shit is pretty fucking interesting.
She knew when to get out of that country shit too.
Yep.
Like she saw her out to really be a big star, and now she's not country at all. Like she's.
But her her videos are pretty crazy for the most part. A little bit out there. They're not the typical Britney Spears type, you know, love bubblegum type shit.
And you can tell she is programmed for massive shows because they had her on, was it SNL or something like that? And she's playing the piano and she's like doing this massive headbang. And it looked so fucking bizarre. Everyone was like kind of looking at each other, what the fuck? And what they don't realize is all of that's choreographed.
Yep.
She's choreographed her entire show to play a stadium.
Yep.
Where people are not next to the stage or close to you. It's not intimate at all. Like,
right.
So you could tell like she's so programmed, and she must be a perfectionist with the whole show thing.
And you know what?
And timing and everything.
And that may sound like we're being petty. We're not. We're just saying that's cool. I can really appreciate the art form that she does because she, you know, I think she knows what it is and she knows what she is. And everyone's losing their fucking mind over this latest video of her saying, well, she stole the dance from this.
Oh, great. Now we're stealing dances. Oh, boy.
Video. And it's like, well, you know, do they look similar? Yeah, sure. Big fucking deal. Any law's broken, any butt's hurt. Just shut the fuck up. Put the feels away for a while.
You stole my dance.
You stole my dance.
You son of a bitch.
It's a little different, but it's kind of the same, and it makes my feels hurt.
Yeah.
It's like, you just stop. And then Clark gets pissed off, and so.
Clark. Why does it always go to Clark?
He's not sad. He's just angry.
You making fun of homosexuals, John?
No, it's just a new character I come up with.
Let's center that camera on you and defend yourself.
I'm not
defend yourself.
Being homophobic. I'm tired. I need some Mylanta. My stomach hurts, and I just need a break. And I need you to get off my ass, Aaron. That's
okay.
That's Clark.
Okay.
Having fun with Clark today.
Yeah, I guess, man. Your fucking head is a place.
Well,
it's a place.
Daryl's busy. He's picking up bottles over by everyone's back porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Daryl. Well, he's assistant manager at the Spaghetti Junction now. So, you texting?
I am looking up. We're that point. I'm looking up today's the big free agent day for football.
Oh, football! Yeah, what's going on with sport thingies?
Well, I mean, just in general, all of the what do you call it? Free agents can be signed today and all that fun stuff. So
what's a free agent, by the way? I've heard the term a million times.
Oh, it's somebody who's
signed
free
to a team.
to sign to any team.
Okay.
Yep.
So, like, what's his name? Who was our quarterback last year? Is a free agent this year?
Yep. So Case Keenum, he's not on our team anymore. Actually, all three of our quarterbacks we had last year are gone.
So they just drop off the map? They sign them for 1 year? And
they all sign, with other teams.
So then the team, it's an auto drop, or they just leave?
Basically, your contract is over. They could the team can offer you an extension, but you don't have to take it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
but if the team doesn't offer you an extension, you have to go.
You're a free agent then. Yeah, you can go to the rest of the team.
But you have to leave. You can't stay here no more.
Nope. You can't stay there no more.
Clean out your locker?
Nope.
Put a fucking stick up in there too, man. She stinks, man.
So NBA basketball, I don't know much about it. Don't really care.
They have a ball.
But so they have, how many guys on a roster in a basketball team?
There's a lot. Probably 3 benches worth.
No.
No, there's at least 3 benches out there.
In an NBA team, you're probably looking at 12 to 13.
Well, there's probably like the towel boys, the guys who just wear the sweats all game and just hand towels and Gatorade out. And then the guy who runs around.
I'm talking actual players, John.
What about the guy who runs around yelling?
All right, we're going to turn your mic off.
Come on, Mom.
So what happens here? So what happens is all of those players in the NBA, they have what's called nothing but guaranteed contracts.
You were telling me about this.
That's not nuts. I don't know if you're good at basketball, but you know what? You were a pretty good prospect. I'm going to give you $25 million, and all of it's guaranteed. So no matter how you perform or what happens, you get all that money.
I'm going to do it.
The NFL doesn't have that. The NFL does not have it. But
that's why I don't play football.
Their rosters are also like 53 players or whatever, right?
5, 6 benches.
Yeah, there you go. Well, history was made. I'm pretty sure the Vikings paid a guaranteed contract to the quarterback they brought in.
85?
It was $86 million over 3. How would you like that? You're guaranteed $86 million whether you suck or whether you're good.
Well, I think he better be good because I think Ziggy knows people.
He just got his payout. He doesn't have to do a fucking thing now.
Who?
Kirk Cousins is his name.
Oh.
He doesn't have to do anything. He can just show up and be like, "Oh, fuck you! I'm collecting money."
Right. But I think Ziggy would be upset.
Who gives a fuck what Ziggy thinks?
Oh, I think Ziggy's going to make some phone calls.
Who gives a call away?
So I gave this guy $85 million, and he plays a shit game.
Yeah.
He's doing it on purpose. I need you to visit with him and his grandmother.
I broke it down into game checks because that's how they get paid.
Ooh.
They get 17 game checks, 16, whatever. The bye week.
17, so that's going to be what, $3.5 million?
Per game check, he gets $1.75 million. That's a week.
That's 17 games? That's only 7. Oh, never mind. Did math.
Yeah.
That's for 3 years?
3 years, yeah. Straight years. He gets game checks. If you break it down to, let's say he doesn't get paid by game checks, he gets paid weekly. Right, 52 weeks in a year. I broke it down. It's like $500 and some $1,000.
I want to be paid weekly.
How would you like that? 500. That basically, let's just call it 500 grand.
I'm gonna talk to David tomorrow. I want to be paid weekly, 500 grand a week.
Yeah,
pay me.
That would be crazy.
I'm just good for the first week,
how would
and
you,
then
how would you spend that kind of money?
I'd pay bills off first, and then I'd be a philanthropist.
So your first paycheck pays all your bills off, and then some. So then what do?
I'm gonna be a philanthropist.
But you're a quarterback. You have to be a quarterback first.
Oh, I'm going to play ball on the weekend and practice and stuff. But then I'm going to be a philanthropist.
Okay.
I'm going to give money away. Okay. I'm going to build fucking schools in New Delhi and shit.
So you're a philanthropist?
Football player. Philanthropist, football quarterback. I'm the
wait a minute. So what does a philanthropist have to do with giving away money? Wouldn't that be altruistic?
No, a philanthropist gives money to people in foundations, and they make foundations and stuff.
I thought a philanthropist was basically just somebody who starts their own business or invents or...
No.
Oh, really?
Philanthropy is giving away money. Hey, have some money, man.
Huh. And altruism is just living within your means or whatever. Only keeping what you need, then giving the rest away. Yeah.
Yeah. Where philanthropy is just like, well, keeping whatever you want and then giving a bunch away. But you're giving... Usually a philanthropist is one who gives away a lot. Like Bill Gates. Giving away half their money, that's philanthropy.
Yeah.
So I'd be the philanthropist quarterback. That would be the name of my book. After my 3 years.
And then the money you make off that book, you'd give away.
No,
you'd keep that.
That's my retirement.
That is yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was that?
I have no idea. What was that?
I think that was Brenda.
Oh, okay.
Downstairs. No, I think it'd be cool to be a philanthropist. Give away money. Here, man, want some money? Why? That's what they say. Why? Dude, I'm giving you some money. Well, why? Why wouldn't you give me money for? So you get in an argument and the cops would get called because you're trying to give some guy money and he's freaking out and the cops are looking at you. Why are you giving him the money? Dude, I'm trying to be nice. Why are you trying to be nice? Get something to hide? I just want to give him some fucking money.
That's probably how it would go.
Never mind.
Because it's...
And it's like, wait, stop him. He was going to give me money and now he's not.
Giving things away to people, people look at you like you're some fucking anomaly.
That's why I would do it. I'd be the anonymous anomaly.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry.
You started that one, sorry. Those two words just felt like love to my mouth. Ooh, I know.
Damn.
No, I think that'd be cool. Sorry, I could talk about philanthropy all day. Cause I got plans if I ever like become that millionaire dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Win the lottery.
Yeah.
You got to pay. You got to be a philanthropist to the government first.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can be an actual.
Allow me to elucidate. Just wanted to say the word.
Wow.
Squeeze it in there.
I would just go around and talk about a strong portfolio, even though I don't actually have a portfolio. It's a strong portfolio.
I have a portfolio. It's a small one, but I have a portfolio.
Just like you have tomes. They're just more pretentious terms for very common
but that's
items.
what they call it in my stock app, is your portfolio. And you go and look at it, and it says, hey, this is what you were worth. This is what you are worth.
How are your stocks doing?
Moderately okay. They're just...
So your portfolio is not strong. It's just moderate?
It's moderate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not weak. It does ebb and flow depending on who Trump pisses off on any given day.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I know he's not pissing off Russia. So did you see, so Britain, just to interject here, so that one, whatever, diplomat or spy or whatever was in Britain when this happened.
With the one with the daughter.
Yeah, where they get the nerve gas attack, whatever. So Britain gave Russia an ultimatum. We're like, listen, you need to fucking comment and talk to us about this or else.
Or what? What's Britain going to do?
Russia didn't do a fucking thing. So what Britain did is kicked all Russian diplomats out of their country. And they're apparently severing ties in trade or something. So, yeah, Britain actually did something about it.
Wow. It'd be interesting to see. Wouldn't it be crazy if that's where World War III starts? Just with that little, with that little bit of nerve gas.
Yeah.
And then it just dominoes from there.
What? I don't know. Russia's a strange thing. We're only seeing the picture that our country paints of them.
Well, you know? I think they're strange just strictly from our perspective.
Yeah.
Because we're strange from theirs.
Would agree. I'm sure they're fed a bunch of bullshit about us, and we're probably fed a bunch of bullshit about them. And
I mean, I don't
how it all works.
Like, when I see a lot of YouTube videos of the dash cam video that they have a lot of crashes. I don't want to live or drive there.
And not to mention, like, the road rage always involves an axe or a bludgeoning object of some sort.
I have an axe. I'm going to strike you. I'm going to harm you greatly.
Road rage is a risk in that country. I mean, don't fucking piss off a Russian.
I saw the one where
give him some shit.
You get the guy filming with his cell phone, and I guess some guy cut him off, and they're like, hey, fuck you. And then the guy comes in, squeezes by, and he's got a big Uzi. He just pulls it up, and they're like, oh, go ahead, go by.
Yeah, come on in. Sure. Wow. Yeah, that's after what they did to that Pussy Riot band. It's just like, there's some crazy shit because that country's run by the church. The church runs the country. They decide who the next leader is and stuff.
That makes sense. Sounds legit. Well, at least it's a good basis.
They ordain whatever a leader. I don't think they actually pick it, but they don't have fair elections there anyway.
Oh yeah, no, Putin. I think isn't he running right now?
Putin.
Putin.
Well, so there's some guy who's trying to run against him,
right?
Because he says Putin is very corrupt.
He's been put in jail a few times, hasn't he?
His brother's dead. He's been put in jail for whatever. He's gonna die. That guy will end up dead, and there's nothing anybody will do about it.
Yeah, that's the thing about a totalitarian regime.
Yep.
You just kind of do whatever you're made to do.
Yep.
I think
and Putin came out against all these spies too and said they should be punished by death.
Man, There we go.
Yeah, and there was an attempt. And
when
one
was
guy
the
died.
when was the ambassadorship ouster, as Britain goes?
The ambassadorship ouster?
When did they kick all the Russian ambassadors out?
Oh, I read that today. I don't know if they kicked them out, but they're in the process of doing something
Back your
like
bags. No, the Brits don't talk like that.
That would be a Russian.
Back your bags. No, Indian. You fuck.
I'm sure there are some Indians who speak like that in Britain.
What would they have would the Indians have an English accent too? How would you do that? That'd be hard.
To combine those two, that would be odd.
That'd be really. What are you doing, mate? Fucking mate.
No, you can't just use a British word and use
Whatever.
the Indian
Whatever.
accent.
You knob.
Yeah.
You're a fucking knob. That's what you
Help.
are.
Help! I have a headache.
Or my Lanta. Let's see. So, there's not much for movies coming out. I did see one called, a trailer for one called Thoroughbreds, which is just kind of a quirky, dark comedy about two girls who conspire to kill one of the girl's father. So it's kind of a weird little art house piece, but it looks good. A movie I want to watch that I haven't watched in years. When I say years, I'm talking 70s. Suspiria. That was
Never heard of it.
That was a French horror movie from the horror movie about, I think it was this all-school girl in France. And basically there was this old witch there who would schoolgirls would disappear, because they had to feed the witch, this old witch who lived in the tower. But I remember the cinematography and the color and the lighting and the way they did the movie was beautiful.
Okay.
I mean, it's dated, because I went back and watched
70s, right?
Watched clips, but it's like I'll have to show you a clip from the Sentinel at some point. I think we talked about that one night about Beverly D'Angelo getting down some Foggy Bottom Blues.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that. It was fucking bizarre.
She plays a crazy banjo. I didn't even know.
Right in it, just.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Something to definitely something to write home about. Hey, Mom, guess what? You've seen Vacation, right, Mom? Sorry.
Yeah, this is nothing like that.
Well, it's like that, but different.
Yeah,
And not
way different.
Not so healthy.
Yeah, that'd be crazy to do that on camera and not be like in a porno.
Yeah, when the 70s were a different movie. I was watching a thing on YouTube the other day about
The 70s were a different movie.
Well, no, the 70s were a different movie. They were a very different movie.
Got it.
Look at movies from the 70s. Look at movies from the 80s.
Yeah,
Different footprints.
absolutely. Yeah.
90s.
It wasn't just technology too. Like that's the easy way out. Like, yeah, the technology changed. No, it was more than that. It was the boundaries were different.
The boundaries were different, much different.
Yeah.
I was talking to someone today, one of my vendors, and his favorite movie is Event Horizon. Going now?
Okay.
Are we back?
I think so. Hold on. Sorry about that. We cut out. We're back though.
Not sure, but
We're back.
That itched.
Yeah, that I don't know what happened. We just all of a sudden we're like, bah! So we're talking about Event Horizon.
Event Horizon.
That was his favorite movie.
Yeah, it's his favorite movie.
Yeah.
In my top 10 of all-time favorite bad movies. Good bad movies.
Yeah.
Because remember the CGI left a bit to be desired. I mean, it's like
Oh yeah, of course
they
it did.
phoned that in. I mean, even at the time
that's
when I was watching it, I remember going, "This is horrible."
Small budget.
But that being said, the storyline was cool. Probably the most critical thing I'd say about the movie, and I'm sure that there's the Scotty T's out there who will just go all art house boo-hoo on it. But I wanted more of the story of what happened to the other people who were on the ship.
Yep.
You know, when they got, because they showed little clips and those little flashes of abhorrent violence. It's like, I want more.
Wow, you want more abhorrent violence?
I want the sequel.
Jesus Christ!
Because they left that was wide open for a sequel, and they never did a sequel. They should do one now, but with good CGI.
Wow. Why don't you
I'm not that guy.
get a budget? Like, you could get Wizzo in there. He could probably make the movie for you.
Who?
Wizzo. Tommy Wizzo.
Oh.
Yeah, from the Room.
The Room.
Yeah.
No.
He wants to make the next Star Wars.
Are you serious?
Imagine that. That's what he said. He's like, okay, yeah, you and Uwe Boll can go and make that. you know
what? If I was filthy, ridiculously rich, I'd say, you know what, bud? Here's $100 million.
Oh
fucking go.
That's the kind of shit you would do if you had all that money.
But Nate,
if you were a Bezos type of fucking
90% of the money that I gave away would go to good things that would be beneficial for people. But there's 10% I'm going to have some fun with.
Fuck yeah. Why not?
I mean, you know what? Another thing would be funny is how far would you go for money, and how much money would make you cross your lines, your principles? Now, I'm not talking like stupid shit like, what was it, wife swap or, those kind of reality shows.
Yep.
But just real, like, did you ever see remember that one, the lie detector show? It's where they'd bring people on and they'd hook them up and they'd ask them these questions, and
okay, so it's a lie detector show. Okay.
It's a lie detector, but every question they asked, they made more money.
Okay.
There's this one chick who they started asking the hard questions, so because they must get fed some idea of who the person is.
Sure. Okay.
Because next thing you know, they're asking her questions about her fidelity and has she ever fooled around her husband?
Man, okay.
And all these questions she was just being honest with because it was about the money. It was all about the money.
So she
completely ruined everything that she had before she came on the show.
Wow.
And the last question was, do you think you're a good person? And she said yes. And the lie detector went,
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So she lost all the money?
She lost all the money.
Oh, man.
Yeah, because it talked about, I guess she'd had multiple affairs. Or not even affairs, but she has had lots of liaisons. She had libido. She was... Why
would she answer? That I can understand. Great. You're whatever. Just you want to be scummy in your marriage, it's fine. But why would you, at that last question, she must have been lying to herself the entire time.
That's just it. Yep.
Oh, my God. Great. That is the best fucking karma I've ever fucking seen live on camera.
Do you think she moved to a trailer park?
Is she still alive?
We're not in contact. I wasn't one of those
guys.
We're
not in contact?
No, I didn't hang out with her.
Oh, that's good.
No, it's not my way.
So what would the principle be then? Like which one?
I don't know. What would we do? Okay, so let's say our money for this show is $1 million.
Okay, 1 million. Got it.
So, but we're not going to start there. So, I don't want to do things. I don't want to have things that will destroy someone's life. I don't want to say
just your life.
No. I don't want to damage somebody's existence.
Got it.
I don't want somebody to damage their own existence for money. But it's like possibly getting someone who's been doing this all their life to be willing to change and do this. Would you move here? No, I'm not going to move. I wouldn't. Like, would you move to LA for 6 months into the
for $1 million
for some neighborhood?
Oh, yeah, I would.
No. You take somebody who's rooted in their life.
Oh, got it.
Who's firmly rooted. Would you uproot yourself? No, and not even LA. Fuck that. I'm gonna give you $1 million if you will let us put you up in, say, Singapore for a year, the next year. Just you.
I would do that for $1 million.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd do that.
Now you got a family.
Okay.
So,
move away from your family for $1 million.
Mr. Family, I want to move your family and you to Singapore for 6 months, for a year. No, for a year, 1 year.
Depends on their financial situation. Because if you're talking to your wife and you're like, listen, here's the deal. I got to move over there for a year, and we can bail out of all of this debt.
No, the family moves too.
Oh, I don't know if that'd be worth $1 million. You know what I mean? 1 million, because that's a lot of money.
So you're playing the part of Mr. Family right now.
Well, I'm trying to
because you got a job.
So far removed.
Mom's
from
got
that.
a job. You got 3 kids in school, dance, football, all that good shit.
Yeah, and
really?
Move them away from all of their friends.
Okay, Mr. Family, Mr. Family, I'm gonna offer you $2 million to uproot your family.
See, this is bad for me because I'm so far removed from having a family.
Put yourself in that position.
It's tough for me to do that.
But try.
Okay.
Okay, your wife's been at her job. She works for her dad.
Okay, question. How much do I like my wife? Question. How much do I like my fucking kids?
You guys have a great relationship.
Okay, it's great. So we're like best friends. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
She's working for her dad, who had a heart attack 3 years ago.
Yep.
And so she's helping him with his business to keep it afloat.
Okay.
His business seemingly can't go on without her.
The kids are doing well?
Kids are doing well. They're in dance, speech, singing, blah, 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 music.
Then the answer is no. I wouldn't move for $1 million.
How about $2 million, Mr. Family?
Nope. Wouldn't move for 2.
Mr. Family, I'm going to give you $1 million per head.
Okay, so now we're
Total
talking
$5 million.
$5 million. So I'd talk to the family, and we would decide together whether this is going to happen or not. Kids aren't going to understand, but we're going to like try and talk to them the best way we can to make them understand.
Kids get a quarter vote.
Yeah, kids get,
and it's a majority vote.
That's right. Yeah. Yes, 100%. Amazing experience. The whole family, I would do it in a heartbeat. Yeah, but see, the problem is, like, you rip all your children away from their friends. You rip your wife away from her dad. I mean, could we go back and visit, or we cannot come back for a year?
Yeah, you can go back and visit, sure.
Oh, fuck. Then that's probably $5 million. Now that I know you're so easy about giving away money. No, I wouldn't do it for $5 million.
Thank you, Mr.
Great.
Family.
Yeah, I would. If they decided together that that's a good idea, then yeah. Because $6 million is life-changing fucking money for a family of 5.
So it's $5 million. I
saw
what you did there.
$5 million.
I saw what you did.
Yeah.
You're trying to rip me off for another $1 million. See, that'd be cool. That's the kind of stuff I'd love to do.
Yeah.
You know, I think it'd be fun if you had the money.
That one's not as hard though. Like,
it's you can say that because you don't have you don't have that investment.
Yep. That's
you
right.
know, but you know it'd be fun just to do so. Just come up with scenarios that you can put people in. So you'd obviously have to do a little research on your quarry to a degree, but then just approach them.
Come on, give $500,000 to Pops for the business only for a year. Amanda, apparently she'd do it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, no, I think who said that about the $500,000 to Pops?
Amanda.
Yeah, no, that would be my thinking with that.
Yep.
Is just, well, here, Dad.
Here's 500 G's.
Here's 500 G's, and da 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 da.
Yep.
Yeah, because you'd have to get some incentive, right? So half up front, half, and then you take half, and then.
Oh, if that's the way it works, yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, here,
that's
Pops.
Simple.
There you go.
That's real fucking simple. There's an easy way to get the family to understand what's going on. That's a fuck ton of money and presents. That'll
big time.
cheer anybody up.
So Dad has a tire company that's suddenly booming.
Yeah, exactly.
Look
at that.
No, I think that'd be cool, but just to come up with scenarios of that caliber. Yeah, or different calibers, but like I said, not things that damage people's life, but things that have the potential to enrich. And
like a big happening that won't kill anybody. So for you to move back to LA,
not going to happen.
No amount of money.
No amount of money. Nope.
I think we could find an amount of money that would get you to move back to LA.
No. LA is a great place to visit. It's an ugly fucking place though. It's it's like Vegas, you know, it's like neon and cheap veneer. You know, once you peer around the corner, it's just a decadent place. And no, I would not. I'd commute before I would.
You wouldn't have to work. You could live up in the hills.
No, there's too many fucking earthquakes and wildfire. I want to be in the fucking hills with their goddamn fires and their drought. I mean, they got all the fucking plagues here. The only thing that's not happening, they're not raining frogs.
You have money, so you'll never run out of water.
No.
$10 million. You wouldn't move out there for $10 million for half a year.
No.
$20 million for half a year.
Well, half a year.
See, this is funny.
No,
Everybody
no,
has a
no,
price.
no. It's not. It's not that. It's like, as a writer, if I got, hypothetically speaking, I mean, I could get signed to a picture to where I would have to be there on and off for like 6 months or something like that.
Sure.
So, but I think that'd be a different scenario because I'm not moving out there. I still live here. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, no, I wouldn't. I would not want to live in California. I would not want to.
Well, that's the point.
No,
I wouldn't want to move my family to Singapore. That's the point.
Well, that would be enriching. That would be if I'd never been to California, if I hadn't grown up in California, then maybe.
Okay.
But I know what it tastes like already, and so it's like I just don't want to. There's really not.
Gotcha.
Because you know me, you know me well enough.
So it has to be a new experience. Is basically what you're telling me.
Yeah, it'd have to be something different.
These rules keep changing.
Well, that's because I'm a billionaire.
Well, you're not right now.
Well, but in this scenario,
But you could be in LA.
I'm a hypothetical billionaire.
All right.
Aren't we all?
Let's see. Aren't we all? No, don't think
hypothetical billionaires.
Nope. If I ever got $1 billion, I would immediately punt it, and I would not be a billionaire.
I'd punt it like you just like press it.
Well, half of it goes to tax, and
no,
then
40%, roughly 38%, I believe.
Sure. Yeah. Well, yeah. Now, yeah, you're probably right. 38. So you wouldn't be a billionaire then, right?
We were a billionaire.
So you would give me $2 billion, let's say, right? Mm-hmm. So then I would be a billionaire. So I would shave 200 mil probably right off the top.
Oh yeah,
and that would be handed out immediately.
Oh, okay.
And then the rest I would think before handing.
Yeah, you know? I'd love to start a foundation, like for college foundation. Mm-hmm. You know, for low-income neighborhoods, kids with higher than like 3.75 GPA. You know, but who wouldn't have a chance to go to another an upper school.
Gotcha. Yep.
College, something like that.
Gotcha.
You know, put it in a way to where you could give out 3 a year, but you have enough money in that account to where just the interest alone would generate the needed monies for the scholarships. So
with that amount of money, you could start something you had mentioned to me. You could start the school that's free to go to. If your GPA is good enough, you keep advancing up to the higher majors, and if you're not getting good grades, you move down to the secondary school, which is the vocation.
Well, that's
studies.
If I'm president, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to be president for that one.
Even if you were president, I don't think that would fly.
Oh, it's going to fly.
Yeah. Are you Putin now? Or
No, I'm just going to start saying things in the news like Trump does. And then that kind of...
Yeah, but that wall's not being built.
Well, parts of it are little tiny parts that you can look at with a clipboard.
Are you kidding me?
Well, no, the sample sections.
They have sample sections
of
the
wall?
What
he was over there touring some of the ideas for the wall.
And he is trying to make it transparent.
They're... Please say no.
He is... No, I heard that.
No.
Yeah, see-through.
Just not... Stop. No.
That's never going to be built. Come
Donnie.
On. That's never going to be built.
Donnie, call me. Are they using transparent aluminum?
What?
Are they using transparent aluminum?
Transparent aluminum?
Yeah, like Star Trek 4 with the dolphins and shit.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You don't remember Star Trek 4?
I remember the dolphin one, yeah, but
don't you remember,
I don't remember
they had to build a wall for the dolphins or the whales, and so they went to that company and they got on his computer. That's when he picked up the mics and he's like, "Hello, computer." Yeah, and he just quickly typed in this big. He went into this like 8-bit computer and typed in all these little equations and shit that made everything go zing zang wow.
Fucking A.
Do you think that's a Shanghai actor?
A Shanghai actor?
Yeah, the zing zang wow.
Ah, and ping pong would be like a
no. Shanghai. That's racist.
Oh, really?
I was just curious if I hit it on the money with zing zang wow.
So apparently, their names in those countries can sound like zing zang and wow, but they can't sound like ping and pong.
Well, no, I just said zing zang wow. Whoa, I wonder if, because I know zing is a name, I know zang is a name. I don't know if wow is a name, so I was wondering if that would be. That could be a name. So I was actually being legit, sincere, nice, and kind.
This is one in a row then.
Actually, twice.
No,
twice.
What was the other one?
It was a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really? Sorry, man, but I don't buy it. You don't remember?
I'm still recovering from the 80s.
Oh, gotcha. I heard somebody else say that too. Well, it was the 80s.
It was the 80s, man. Come on.
You can't just what? You can't. No, it was Bill Burr. It was Bill Burr on Conan.
Yep. Come on, man. It was the fucking 80s, man.
You can't just say that something you did wrong was fine because it was the 80s. He's like, no, it was the 80s.
It was the 80s.
Different time.
Things were different. It's kind of like, way back when they'd draw and quarter people or burn them at the stake. I mean, that's just what you did. You sold tickets, popcorn.
Wow, you're comparing the 80s to draw and quartering and
it was. Do you remember any of the fashion from the 80s? Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Very, very similar.
Because you got to understand, I was born in 84, so I don't remember the 80s very much, but what every kid gets is hand-me-downs. So I got all the hand-me-downs from the 80s clothing.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Did you have like the Dayglow shirts, the primary color shirts?
Oh yeah,
with all the stripes that went at an angle.
Neon green, purple, and yellow. Like,
is that where the star came from? The
star.
Do you want or Now You Know More? Remember the?
I don't know. That's just a rainbow, but
what was a rainbow? So there's a star on it too. Now You Know More. It's like a flying star with rainbow colors. I don't think that was a representing thing at the time. I think it was just a rainbow and a star.
I think they just like rainbows. Or they're a big fan of Ronnie James Dio.
There are so many songs about rainbows. It's the only line I know from that song.
I don't know what song.
The Rainbow Connection from the Muppets movie.
Oh. Man.
Kermit sings it.
I was never a big Muppets guy. I was a Muppet Babies guy, but not Muppets.
If anything,
cartoon.
My friend Lane, his wife, they'd get high and watch Fraggle Rock.
Okay.
And there was a guy on there named Boober, if I remember right. I believe there was a guy named Boober because that's what Kathy,
puppets, yeah.
Lane's first wife, used to call him, was Boober. And Boober is and Fraggle Rock, yeah, because I got high with him once and watched Fraggle Rock, and I didn't really get it. I said, let's watch CNN.
You wanted to get loaded and watch CNN?
We would get wasted and watch CNN because that was when CNN first started, and it was very entertaining. You had remember this one anchor we'd watch because he was just that gelled up anchor TV head, you know.
Sure.
He had that swagger to him, you know. And one night we're watching him, and he's reading and he kind of starts tripping over his words, and he just picks up his copy and he says, "You know what? None of this is important anyway." And he just throws a paper and he starts just going off about this other stuff, not really ranting about anything, but just talking about, you know, just want to have some fun, man. Just want to relax. I think we're too tight here, blah, 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 blah. And it was a bummer because that was the last time we saw him in that slot. And then we saw him on like a couple of those stupid daytime shows where did you get your Shetland pony, little Molly? And they'd have the Shetland pony on the stage. It was like one of those. And then shortly after that, we didn't see him anymore. You know?
Jesus Christ, this is getting very specific.
Yeah.
Shetland pony.
No, huh? It was the 80s. But it was very entertaining.
Yep.
Entertaining. We like that stuff.
Fucking 80s, man.
I know, they were fun.
All about the fucking 80s.
It would have been great for, maybe great for you to like be there with, like, hang out with me.
Oh, sure.
Way back then.
I was old enough to. Yeah.
Well, no, had you like been as old as me?
Yeah,
like
I know
that.
What you mean.
But
I know what you mean.
Because towards the mid to like from 84 onward, because I didn't see the back of a squad car as much.
Okay. No government timeshares.
No government timeshares.
No government jewelry.
No government jewelry. But we nope, none of that. But we could have fun. We used to. My friend Kevin and I would.
I don't think I would have hung out with you very much, my man. No offense, because you were getting in trouble.
Well, no, this was when I was from 84 on. I was starting to kind of settle down. Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
No. I wasn't jacking cars or anything like that.
Or computers.
Or computers. No, but we. God, I was going somewhere with that. I had. Because there was we used to, Kevin and I would walk, or Lane and I would walk into stores, right? And we'd always time, you know, like if we saw someone starting to come out the door, we'd be going in the other door. And then we'd say stupid shit like, all right, now this time, no shooting anybody. Because last time you got blood all over my fucking pants as we're going in.
Oh, God.
And there's this lady who was pushing a stroller out. And so as we're going in, all of a sudden, she's just like, whoosh up.
Really?
All of a sudden entered a race. And she was gone, man. We'd laugh our asses off.
Hoodlums. Yeah. Fucking hoodlums.
We didn't obviously do anything because we just went there for bread. You know,
just
brat buns to be exact, because we forgot to bring them over that day when we were at their place.
Were you actually having brats or just eating buns? Like it was
No, we had
time?
brats.
Oh, okay.
No, we had brats, but no buns.
No buns.
Now, I'm okay with that. I was like, fuck it, I'll just eat it with my fingers. I don't give a shit. But everyone, we had brats. You got it. It's 4th of July. Blah. My pussy hurts. Whatever.
Wow.
I know.
You're nice to your friends.
I'm very good to my friends. Kevin, I'd go shopping with him sometime.
Okay.
Sometimes. And, you know, it being the 80s, I was usually under the weather, as I like to put it.
Sure. Took your vitamins.
And so while we're going through the aisles, I would surreptitiously put other things in the cart under his stuff.
Nice. Okay.
And so then we'd get up to the end, because Kevin isn't necessarily homophobic, but, you know, he doesn't like the girly things.
It was the 80s.
Well, no, I think he's still like that. But so I put tampons and like, the Vagisil and what the spray that they had, the I Don't Feel Fresh Walk on the Beach spray, or maybe that was Massengill douche. I don't know. I putting that in there too, but it was just all this chick shit. So he's at the counter, right? Now he's checking out, and they're running his stuff, and they start pulling out, and all of a sudden he's looking, hey, that's not, hey.
He realized it was you?
And he turned just beet red. What the fuck, man?
Did he buy it all?
I think one time he ended up buying a few things.
He was too embarrassed to be like, hey, listen, my friend's just fucking with me.
Well, no, she'd already rang it up, and he didn't want her to have to take it off because Kevin's kind of a nice guy that way. I know that. So that's why you got to just keyboard cat the shit out of that.
And you didn't pay him for those items?
Fuck no.
See, yeah, you're right. You were so much better in the late 80s.
I was better in the late 80s than I was in the early late 80s. The early late 80s.
Early late 80s.
Well, yeah, it's like the beginning of the late 80s.
Okay, gotcha. The early late 80s. So that would be what, 85?
85. I was
like a day after 85?
I was still curing, because if you think about it, my superego was still kind of fluid at that point.
How old were you?
I'd been 24, 25.
Crazy.
Because your superego doesn't really start to tighten up till around 27, 28. Because by then you know what you're basing your ideals on. You know where your convictions come from. Why you have those principles that you refuse to budge.
Probably good you figured it out, because if you would have stayed in that life past 26, you probably would still be in that life, right?
Well, I kind of got out of that life, as it were, when I was around 23.
Okay, yeah.
Because I had some experiences and just didn't want to do that.
Not pleasant experiences.
Just didn't want to do that anymore.
Yep.
So that's why you see this fine, upstanding citizen before you today.
Sure.
Lord needs a...
Sure.
Lord told me to build a theme park. Sorry.
God. How much would we have to pay you to be a Pentecostal minister? Knowing you're robbing people's money, telling them lies. So let's not even attack Christianity. Let's just pick the religion of John. And you made this like a Scientology thing.
No, you know what? I would love to have my own church, but it would not be what you think it would be. It'd be a church of positivity. The church would be led each week. It would be a message from a different member of the congregation. They would give but it would just be all about uplifting and positivity and making everybody better and up. Everybody picking everybody up together. I'd love to have that kind of a fellowship. To where you don't have to have a godhead. You just have,
people helping people.
People helping people. Because I think that's another fucking thing. I would, if I was like a billionaire philanthropist, that's another thing I'd do. And it wouldn't be the Church of John.
Well, let's think of the fucking name.
Because it would be something like that. But
the Church of People.
Yeah, the People's Church.
The People's
Church. No, that
sounds
sounds all culty.
The People's Church. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.
No, the People's Church sounds like some Jim Jones shit.
Yeah.
Welcome to the People's Church.
There's a Kool-Aid bowl. Just fucking with you. We got beer, right?
Just fucking with you.
And there's bottles. There's bottle caps on it.
No, but I think it'd be cool just to start a thing where I think you lay out 52 Sundays, right?
Yep.
So 52 messages throughout the year, and then one member of the congregation leads the service that each Sunday. But it's not a religious thing. There's no praying, The church should be able to sustain itself. I mean, it'd be nice to get some
tax breaks.
No tax breaks.
Yeah.
Fuck that. In fact, when I'm president, that shit's going away, people. I'm telling you that. Okay.
It's crazy what you're describing, because you'd think something like that would exist.
I'm amazed. I think people have tried to get that kind of stuff together, but I think if you don't have the money, I mean, if you're just trying to do a little thing that basically ends up being a drum circle, which nothing bad against drum circles.
Drum circle, dreads, and no showers.
Yeah. It's like, it's not going to be that. Yeah. We're going to, please shower before you come in, wax your dreads.
But anyone would be welcome to it, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's free thinkers it'd be like a free thinkers guild.
Yeah, and maybe that's where we base
the
maybe that's where we'll base the foundation out of that.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I see. We're thinking, but all the money when myself as the billionaire philanthropist,
Oh, yeah, so you're a billionaire at this time, huh?
Yeah, so
okay.
When I'm giving money away, though, it would be anonymous. Like, I wouldn't want people to know who gave them the money.
That's the key.
Because I don't want kudos. I don't want to be famous and shit. I just be, let them talk about me like the fucking Cape Crusader or something like that. Just It's like, who is that winged creature?
See, the key to me is that. The other part of the key is half or a percentage of this money that I've given you. You must give it away in an anonymous fashion to somebody you know or love who deserves something.
Like friendship bread.
Yep. So in other words, it's like a chain. And I think the key there is people are going to be getting stuff. They're not going to know who to thank. And there's going to be a little memo like, hey, take a part of this and help somebody around you.
But what if they don't help?
There's ways of finding that out.
No. That's what I mean. We find out that what happens if we find out they didn't give 20% away?
Let's see. It'd be like a monkey paw moment. You know what I mean? Like you wish for something and it backfires. So now that money's going to turn out dirty or something.
Yeah.
Or they're dead. We'll kill everybody. Yeah, I got nothing.
Maybe that's the show.
Kill everybody?
No.
Wow. Jesus.
Well, yeah, that's after midnight.
Okay.
No.
Like a hidden camera thing to make sure they do the right thing.
Well, maybe not a hidden camera thing. Maybe that's the reality part of the reality show. Maybe that's one of the segments is where we give somebody money and they have this thing. For the most part, it's their money, right? They pay the tax on it, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But they do have to give a percentage of it to a charity of their choice. And it can't be to their Uncle Willard. It can't be. It's got to be something that we can see. You know what I'm saying? It have to be something real. I mean, you want to give it to go to a homeless shelter? Give it to a homeless shelter. You want to open a homeless shelter? You want to do something like that? Whatever you had to do, just.
So you could put it behind like a paywall where they have to do that first in order to get their money, but that defeats the purpose. That's pressing a button to help somebody else out to get something and benefit you.
Well,
it doesn't change the person at all, like into a way of.
No, this is just one of the segments on the show.
Oh, okay.
So.
I'm thinking more of the grand scheme of things. If you were to give money away, right, to people you deem deserve it, you have to tell them why you think they deserve it. I think like you got to paint a picture for them. They don't know who you are. You write them a note or whatever, and then tell them to help somebody else out around them in a similar fashion, right? Now they could just keep all the money, which generally a lot of people do, right? They'll just keep it all for themselves.
You couldn't really hidden camera something like that because that'd be an invasion of privacy.
I don't know. There's got to be a fucking way to get people to stop sucking on the teat of easy life and helping people out. There's got to be something you can do for that because giving away the money, guess what? That's what our fucking government does now. And it's not helping anybody that actually deserves the fucking money. Well, maybe some. But there are a lot of people who are taking government assistance, right?
Oh, wow, we're going down a different path here.
Thing. Well, no, that's essentially what you're doing. We don't know who in the government's giving us this money, but we know how to get it. So now we got this money. We're supposed to do this with it, but we don't. So just being a billionaire going around giving it to people you deem deserve it. Right, what if you're wrong? Because the government deems these people deserve this money.
No, we kill them.
We kill them. Oh, cool. All right, that was good.
We're going to be filming the show in Indonesia.
Simple. All right.
So we need to go somewhere where life is not valued.
Because what you're putting up there is like
one of the Slovakias.
The what?
Like Czechoslovakia, Herzegovina.
Czechoslovakia doesn't exist anymore, does it?
Well, yeah, we'll go. One of those places that don't exist anymore. Where they just don't value life, just.
Oh, great. Okay. So most of Africa. Not a lot of life being valued in Africa, right?
Well, which country in Africa?
Where was Mugabe from?
No, Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe. Yeah. Well, that's Africa.
Well, but not all of Africa. You're making a sweeping generalization.
Somalia.
Somalia. Ethiopia.
I think there's some problems in Niger. I think there's some problems in...
Always important to pronounce that one, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's a Nye. Yep. That's a Nye. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Just giving away money, to me, is just not fucking good enough.
Well, I think myself, I mean, I know I mentioned invasion of privacy, but I'd vet the people I was going to give money to. Show aside, I'd vet the people.
Yeah.
Who, so
How?
Well, I'm a billionaire, so I have private dicks who work for me.
Like people kind of follow them around.
Just dig into their life a little bit. Why are they in this position?
Yep.
Is it by their own means? Are they a bad person? Did they blah, 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 and then just boom, just you do something that, and maybe it's not even like, hey, suddenly you have money. It's like maybe you just manufacture a situation to where they end up with a windfall of cash.
So they pick, it's a chance thing. In other words, they're just kind of like, wow, I got lucky. I got a second chance.
Well, no, maybe something, you just manufacture something. So like maybe they get a tax break back. Maybe the government made a mistake. Here's $500,000.
In that, you could almost do the Willy Wonka thing too.
You could, but I mean, I'd want to work it towards like it doesn't feel like they were getting charity. Just something good happened to them for once.
Yeah.
So you look for your sad sacks, your down and outs.
It'd be crazy to like figure out a way to just inject money into their bank account.
Nowadays, depending on the bank, that's actually pretty easy to do as long as you have their account number.
Well, all you'd have to do is pay off a bank employee, right? And be like, hey, here's the deal. I'm not taking money out of these accounts. You know their account numbers. All I want you to do is to take this money and inject it into their bank account.
I think that's illegal, actually.
Yeah. It was just fucking weird. I suppose that's how the super rich can get their money separated all over the place, right?
Possibly.
They want to know where the money comes from.
I think that'd be illegal. I don't think we're going to do that one.
Yeah.
Brenda was driving with a friend yesterday. I do believe it was yesterday. And they were down in Burnsville around 13 and 42.
Yeah.
And I guess just before that Super America, they saw a homeless guy sitting there, and he looked really, really cold, older guy. So I believe they U-turned, went to Super America. Her and her friend hit the cash machine, pulled $20 out each, flipped around back, and then went to where the homeless guy was and got out of the car, gave him the money and a blanket and stuff. I thought that was really cool that Brenda, because Brenda was describing his reaction and how he was very, because she goes, because Brenda says, how you're always saying that you can spot the homeless people who are really real. And it's a conversation her and I have had. And I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. She goes, yeah, I completely understood what you meant now, because she goes, I looked at him and it was like, he was cold. He was, regardless of how he got there, but, I said, are you cold? Do you want a blanket? He goes, yeah, I'm very, very cold. And so she had one of the companies that are one of her vendors, they give stupid shit away every year. Yeah. Last year they gave away this, those little blankets they sell that don't cover your whole body.
Oh, sure. Yeah, they're real soft.
The throws, yeah. They call them throws.
Throws, yeah.
So she had a throw in there. So she pulled that out and gave it to him. And the guy looked at the money. He's like, he was just very grateful. He goes, I can eat. I can go and get something to eat. And so that was, because Brenda and I have helped some homeless people out here and there.
Cool.
Because I have no problem doing that. As long as it's not a professional panhandler and you can spot those.
Those exist.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Nope. Being quasi-homeless myself, at one point I can appreciate the plight, and I have no problem helping those in need, which I guess was where that philanthropy thing comes in. I'd love to.
Yeah.
Oh God, what if you do it like a philanthropy show and you have the people who you would give money to, but then you go after, maybe you expose some of the charlatan panhandlers.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd get you shanked too, though.
Well, not if you have a whole crew with you.
Yeah, but that could attract. I don't know, that could attract some attention that you might not want.
Yeah. I imagine so. I'm noticing more and more, even the town I'm in now, at stoplights and stuff. It's kind of like, I don't know what it is.
It blew me away when she described exactly where that was, because I had broke down in 1989
89?
89.
Okay.
It broke down just east of that Super America. I'm sorry, just west of that Super America, about a mile back. And it was like 10 below.
Oh, shit.
My car broke down.
Yeah.
And I had Kayla with me in her carrier. And so I had to take Kayla. I didn't have a cell phone, obviously.
Yeah, not in 89.
So I had to. It was the 80s.
It was the fucking 80s.
It was the 80s.
Nobody had that shit.
So I had to pull her out, wrapped her all nice and tight in her carrier, and then walked that mile to Super America, and then called my ex-wife, hey, man, I need a ride.
Oh, jeez. How'd that go?
Oh, wasn't my fault. The car broke down.
Yeah, I mean, and plus the daughter, right?
Yeah, she was fine, though. Kayla was fine. A little frostbite, you know, I mean.
Yeah, you can't tell it affected her at all.
No, I mean.
Yeah, you're perfectly normal, Kayla. Don't worry about it.
The blackness has gone away from the fingertips. So.
That's good. Got rid of the plague.
It's just kind of gray now.
Oh, gotcha. Wow.
She kind of has feelings if she hits it really hard.
All right, we should wrap this puppy up, man. It is time.
Who's our sponsor this week?
Tonight's sponsor is Phil's Plugs, and what Phil does is plugs. So he's got hair plugs, butt plugs, spark plugs,
electric plugs,
any plug you can think of. Phil's Plug Uporium.
Sweet. Has he got the rubber plugs for the bathtub?
Yep. Rubber
he's
plugs.
He's got to have a
the old school. Yeah. With the chain. Every kind of plug. You know what?
He'd have to have a classic callback when someone would say, well, do you have rubber plugs for the bathtub? It'd be like, you betcha. And like the big stylized text just flies into the screen.
Yep, exactly. But call now and get the plug platter, which is one of every type of like plug types. So you get a butt plug, you get hair plugs, just the starter pack.
But wait, Phil, are you open 24 hours? You betcha.
Yep. Plug yourself in to our savings. Like, something like that. See?
Yes, I love it.
Yeah.
Are there any digital plugins? Like
they're not yet in the digital realm, but they're going that way. They're eventually going to go to HD, so it's good.
HD.
Yeah. Right now they're just standard definition.
Do you think some of the newer TVs ever have those metaphysical moments where they're just like, HD? Am I?
God. We're sorry for that.
Come on, that was good.
That's good. Did you make that up?
I just made that up.
Wow, you're going to have to tell that to all the techies at work. HD, am I?
Am I? That's kind of Shakespearean.
Yeah.
Almost.
Well, they have those plugs too, though.
They do?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
The Shakespearean plugs?
No, just the HDMI plugs.
Oh, what about plugs for movies and upcoming things?
Nope. No, again, this is physical standard definition stuff.
Okay, so it's all SD.
It's all SD. It's physical. Phil's physical plugs.
So,
Uporium.
To recap, we talked about a lot of stuff. We talked about Trump's coming and goings.
We need to recap what we talked about?
No, I just thought I'd try something new. That's all I had.
Okay, great.
We talked about some movies,
all right,
and then we talked about other things.
No, actually, we do need to recap. Please keep going. This is going to be great. Because this, to me, is like the snapshot of what you remember of our conversation over the last hour and a half.
We talked about a lot of stuff. We kind of danced all over the place. We were talking about a porn rabbit hole that I still don't remember where I started.
That's a weekly thing we always seem to do.
The porn rabbit hole, or just a rabbit hole?
Just the porn rabbit hole.
Porn rabbit hole. It could be because, like, I remember. I was talking about Riley Reid. I remember Riley Reid on Instagram. Her handle on Instagram is Bacon Booty.
Okay.
I wanted to share that. No, I'm intrigued by it. It's like, right? You've ever seen Riley Reid on if you've read about her, Bacon Booty. I mean, I get what she's saying there, because it's just, guys like bacon.
It's a sizzling booty or something?
It's a sizzling booty.
Is it high in fat?
No.
Is it like strips of
no
ass?
Nope. It's just probably a lot of protein.
Is it good on a burger?
Sure. It would be the burger.
I'm just not understanding this. Is it greasy?
I hope not.
Okay, all right.
Doesn't look like
whatever.
But no, that's what I wanted to share earlier was bacon
there
booty.
We go. I'm glad you got to share that.
And then it's a caricature of her eating a banana. looking up while eating the banana.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, while she's eating the banana.
Yes, and it's a banana. I mean...
Yeah. Well, you know what this show is, by the way? I'm pretty sure this is the 1 year. This is the 52nd week of actual... Not like in a row, because we took a few shows off, maybe
here,
3. But of this, the Digression Podcast,
so
we've technically done 52 weeks of this now, I think.
First anniversary.
Let me see.
Let's
make sure this is right.
I didn't get you anything.
Yes, you did. You just don't know it yet.
No, Clark has it for you.
You don't know. Let me check here. Let me check how many of these we have. I said, let me check. Video Manager. Where are our playlists?
Rode my bicycle over to your house last night.
We have made...
How many? He's looking.
This is the 52nd podcast. This is technically the 1 year of podcast. 52
1
weeks.
year, 52 weeks.
We have technically fulfilled a year of podcast goodness.
Not even contractual podcast goodness.
Because I'm getting paid. I don't know about you. Oh, we're going to have a talk.
Popo said I got to do this.
Damn. Yeah.
So, hey, it's been fun this week.
It has been.
We talked about a lot of things while I drank Beck's beer.
I drank Coca-Cola.
I don't think we violated any copyright things, so Google or YouTube shouldn't pull this down this time.
No, we're going to start getting paid now, though, because we've been on here for a year. That's how it works.
That's how it works?
I don't think that's how it works.
Is that $500,000 a week?
I like it. You know what we call that's bookending, sort of.
Callback.
It's a callback. Yeah.
It's a callback.
It's definitely not, but yeah, you're right. That'd be a callback. Yeah.
If you guys have some ideas on things you'd like to see us talk about on the show, let us know. Send us a letter with your information and what you'd like to see, and include a SAISY so we can respond back to you.
Yep.
Remember what a SAISY is?
Absolutely not.
Self-addressed stamped envelope.
Ah.
And you'd watch the shows back when I was a kid, back in my time.
See, now I knew about that, but they never called them SAISYs. Yep. They always said, yeah.
Do you know there was a show I used to love on Sundays because it was called Wonderama. Wonderama. It was a Chicago show, I believe. But it was like all these kids in the audience, and they do all these different events and games that kids could play and stuff. But afterwards, there was a show called Zoom, which was kind of like Sesame Street meets Kids in the Hall, right?
Gotcha.
But it was actually pretty cool. And that's where I heard SAISY a lot, because you'd like write into Zoom TV or whatever it was, and
there you go.
They'd even say on there, make sure to include your SAISY, so we can respond back to you. And usually you just get a card back in the envelope that said, "Hey, we got your submission. Thank you."
Gotcha.
That was it.
That's that. Okay.
No goddamn fulfillment there.
Wow.
And like when you'd buy the stuff from the back of the comic book, you'd had to I'd put quarters in there because it was like $1.50 for all the 8 things we bought from the back, because it was really X-ray specs. You had to tape the quarters to a card so they didn't jiggle around in there. And then you'd have to include a SAISY sometimes if it was small enough. And they'd send it, so it's already stamped, got your address on it, and then they just drop your shit in there and send it back to you.
There you go, folks. Everything you needed to know about a SAISY. We've had our splash screen up for that entire story.
My God in heaven.
But it's good. That was good. We know what a SAISY is now, and we're gonna head out now.
Mr. Eddie's father say goodbye.
He'll mail you quarters, and we'll tape them to the card.
Quarters.
Everybody have a good one. Thanks for tuning in.
We love you.
1 year of this absolute crap.
Mayhem.
We're fucking sorry.
Mayhem.
Bye. Bye.
Mayhem.
Bye.
HD.
Help.
Am I?
Help.
HD.
Help.
Am I? HD. Am I?